Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman lashing out at Rahul Gandhi, particularly responding to his Hum Do, Hamare Do jibe. Sitharaman used the same slogan and said that though Congress comes up with very good schemes, it lacks the will of using these schemes properly, as those policies turn into devices to only favour cronies. She also accused the Congress of misleading farmers. Rahul Gandhi had used the slogan Hum Do, Hamare Do in the Lok Sabha to attack the government over the farm laws. Sitharaman added that though Congress takes credit for Manrega, they should also take credit for mismanaging it. She also took a jibe at the Gandhi family, saying they don't support Damads or sons-in-law of politics. This after she alleged that the Kerala government invited a company to develop a port without holding a bid. So in response to Rahul Gandhi's Hum Do, Hamare Do jibe, you have Nirmala Sitharaman responding that you've got Rahul Gandhi and the Gandhis protecting a beti and damad.
Congress party, sir, I'm sorry to take the name of a party on a debate during budget, gives birth to all these very good schemes, no doubt, very good schemes, but lacks the will to use them properly, lacks the will to use them openly and transparently. Moment that is given birth, misuses them to favor cronies. हम दो हमारे दो इसके लिए काम आता है. मैंने ये एक्सपेक्ट किया कि हमारे 3 जो कानून है उसमें से कम एक खंड निकाल करके, एक क्रॉस निकाल करके वो बोलेंगे देखो इस क्रॉस के वजह से किसान को नुकसान होने वाले हैं, इसीलिए हम समर्थन नहीं करेंगे. इधर वोटिंग में भाग लिया, समर्थन दिया, फिर भी अभी मन बदल दिया और इस क्रॉस के वजह से ऐसे करके इन 3 कानून से कम एक पॉइंट दिखाएंगे कि दिस इज अगेंस्ट द फार्मर. मैंने सोचा, मैं एक्सपेक्ट किया वो कम से कम वो बात बोलेंगे फाउंडेशन ले करने के समय, नहीं वो भी नहीं हुआ. There we don't do work for any damads, we don't do work for any cronies, we work for the common citizen who believes in the Prime Minister. Where are the cronies? They are very much hiding probably in the shadow of that party which has been rejected by the people. The shadows who were invited to even set up. Honorable Member Shashi Tharoor is here, who belongs to the state, which under his party's rule invited one of those big cronies who they remember every now and then to even develop a port. They invited. No open tenders, no global tenders, no nothing. Invited. And they have the temerity to call us cronies, crony capitalists. You have the temerity to call us crony capitalists. You invited one of them who you repeatedly call and then say, please develop our port. Because there is no Damad living in Kerala. Damad lives here.
So this is Nirmala Sitharaman's counter to what Rahul Gandhi had said in the Lok Sabha on February 11th when he attacked the government on the farm laws and used this Hum Do, Hamare Do slogan.
सर सालों पहले फैमिली प्लानिंग का एक नारा था, आपको याद होगा, हम दो हमारे दो. अब मैं इंटेंट की बात करता हूं, कानून के इंटेंट की बात. आज क्या हो रहा है, जैसे कोरोना दूसरे रूप में आता है वैसे ही ये नारा दूसरे रूप में आया है. आज इस देश को 4 लोग चलाते हैं.
आप बजट पर चर्चा कर लें.
बजट पे कर रहा हूं सर, बजट पे आ रहा हूं. 4 लोग चलाते हैं. हम दो और हमारे दो. जैसे उस टाइम नाम सब जानते हैं, नाम सब जानते हैं.
नो
आप बोलो,
आप डिस्टर्बेंस मत.
हम दो हमारे दो. ये किसकी सरकार है? हम दो हमारे दो की.
Let me take this across now to Anand Patel, who's joining us live from the national capital. So, Anand, a fierce response that's come in from Nirmala Sitharaman, particularly to Rahul Gandhi, making a mention of Hum Do, Hamare Do. How is the Congress choosing to react to this?
Well, the official reaction from the Congress party is expected very soon. But let me tell you, this budget speech of the finance minister was a tit-for-tat response to what Rahul Gandhi had said on Thursday in Lok Sabha while taking up the discussion on the budget. So Rahul Gandhi didn't discuss the budget, but he went on to discuss the farm laws and accused the government of indulging in Hamare Do, Hamare Do. So to which Nirmala Sitharaman has responded in a similar vein, flunging the Beti Damad Jibe at the Congress party. So it's basically, you know, focusing on what Rahul Gandhi had said on Thursday in his speech. Nirmala Sitharaman focused her reply to the budget discussion on basically, you know, countering the allegations which were leveled by Rahul Gandhi. He also called him doomsday man of the opposition party, alleging that he's been creating false narratives, be it the COVID pandemic or the management of the entire crisis by the government. He's been trying to create panic among the masses. Clearly, Sitharaman tried to focus on the Atmanirbhar Bharat while countering the crony capitalist allegation by Rahul Gandhi. She said that the government believes in nurturing Indian entrepreneurs and promoting Indian businesses, and that is why the government is focusing on indigenous businessmen. That was a counter to the crony capitalist charge of Hamare Do, Hamare Do by Rahul Gandhi. And also, interestingly, she pointed out a number of instances during the Congress rule to counter again this crony capital charge. And also she said that the initiatives which were brought out in the UPA period, be it the Manrega, be it the Food Security Act, they were all ridden with corruption. She also alleged that the Congress party DOS floated all these schemes but didn't give enough budget allocation, which the NDA government is doing. So clearly, you know, while Rahul Gandhi's entire budget speech focused on the government, attacking the government, making a number of allegations, the response came from Nirmala Sitharaman during her budget speech.
And let me take this across to Rahul Srivastava, National Affairs Editor. Rahul, for 90 minutes, Nirmala Sitharaman, point by point, responded not just to some of the criticism on the budget. She raised the issue of the farm law. She raised what Rahul Gandhi also said in Parliament. It's a clear strategy as far as the government is concerned. And Nirmala Sitharaman lashed out particularly at Rahul Gandhi over the fact that they simply didn't want to debate the budget, according to her.
Akshita, it's an extremely sad state of affairs. Why I say that, this is my 23rd budget I have covered in Parliament, and I have never heard a more degenerated debate in Parliament as far as a budget is concerned. The first salvo came from Rahul Gandhi, the senior Congress leader. He has been Congress president, and he chose not to speak on the budget, but on a bill which has already been passed in Parliament, and on which there is, of course, a raging political storm outside. Now, you see how things have turned out, that the entire media narrative today is about the tutu meme between the government and the opposition over various political charges, but not on the fact that what the budget finally is. One does not really know whether people have moved amendments. There is no debate on what the opposition wanted changes in the budget. And that's not what a budget is supposed to be in a parliament. A budget is debated, pros and cons are conveyed to the people, amendments are moved, and if the government feels, changes are made. Today, the narrative is not on the budget. The most important document virtually to be presented in Parliament, on which, if the government is not able to pass that document, the government has to resign. And that's why I say it was a degenerated debate. Now you have this old Hamare Do, Hamare Do jibe. Rahul Gandhi chose to attack the government on the farm bill, but he could have done it in the as far as the motion for thanks for the president's address is concerned, but it didn't. Now what he did actually, he was trying to set up a battle with Nirmala Sitharaman, because if he speaks in budget, eventually Nirmala Sitharaman replies to the points raised. Had he spoken in the motion of thanks, it would have been the Prime Minister. So he chose to speak in the budget. Now, Nirmala Sitharaman has given a lot of pointers on how the overall outlay for SC, ST, tribals, minorities, health and other defense issues. But the fact is that the 10 commandments which have come from, or queries which have come from Rahul Gandhi are not part of the budget. And that does not augur well for a democracy, that a budget is virtually not being debated and replied upon.
And while Nirmala Sitharaman did make a mention of that, but even in her address today, she did lash out to the opposition over the fact that there was no perhaps constructive debate, discussion on the budget. The few points that were raised, she did respond to. Rahul and Anand, thank you for joining us. Breaking news that's coming in.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.